I thought it'd be fun to see if we could figure out what the next book of the month picks are going to be based off of this little scrambler they put on the app. Compared to the other hints that they give out, which are like more like symbols, I thought the scrambler was a lot easier. And there's still like a week until the book of the month picks are released, so I thought we'd get a little bit of a head start and see if we can figure out what the books are and which ones I'm the most excited for. Okay, so the first scramble we have, I'll just put it here. I did look at this a little bit already, so as long as I remember what it is. The city of Philadelphia wasn't what it claimed to be. Of course, off the top of my head, I don't know what book that's referring to. It is the first line of one of the books. So, if we look that up, we find this book. And this is All We Were Promised by Ashton Lattimore. Before we look at the synopsis, I want to play a little guessing game. Based off the first sentence, and now based off the cover, I'm guessing this is one of our literary fiction picks. A housemaid with a dangerous family secret conspires with a wealthy young abolitionist to help an enslaved girl escape in volatile pre-Civil War Philadelphia. Historical fiction. Also makes sense. Probably would have been a good guess. I also did look up on Amazon how much this book costs, and it was like $30 or something. So if you're interested in that one, book of the month would be a great pick for it because it, you know, great savings. I also have a link down below, which is my like book of the month link, and you can get your first book for $5 using that, which is a fantastic deal. So if you're thinking of doing book of the month, do that. I mean, even if you're not, like $5 for a book, how can you say no? Next one. All Things Considered, Her Little Sister's Funeral is a pretty boring affair. I don't know if we can really guess. My guesses are basically just literary fiction. Either fantasy or literary fiction, or I guess romance. This one does not give romance or fantasy to me, so I don't even know if it gives literary fiction. I'd almost say mystery. You know, I guess it could be a mystery, and then like the funeral itself is boring. Maybe it's like the funeral's at the end of the mystery, you know? Let's see what it is. All Things Considered, Her Little Sister's Funeral. Oh, it's How to End a Love Story by Yulin Kwon. It's a rom-com. See, I did not guess that. I guess with the comedy aspect, maybe it makes more sense. I'm actually kind of excited for that one. Just because I was not expecting romance. Kind of cute, kind of cute. I do think it's a good first sentence. I will say that. I do think it's a good first sentence. So I guess this Grant dude caused an accident that made her sister die. And the funeral was boring, but then like many years later, Grant and our main character get together. So the funeral was boring, and then a few years later is exciting, and there's secrets that are revealed. I'm interested. I really like Emily Henry, so like the fact that she is the screenwriter and director bringing Emily Henry's books to the screen. Am I the asshole for naming my ugly god after my ex-best friend? I'm pretty sure that's it. It like doesn't make much sense to me. Like, I don't know what that means. Why are you naming a god? Why is it ugly? And how is this god yours? I feel stupid. Am I the asshole for naming my ugly dog after my ex-best friend? That makes a lot more sense. Oh my goodness. Well, now I feel stupid. Okay, well, I guess I kind of spoiled our guess. We know it's a romance. Okay. I don't have the excerpt. And it's called, oh wait, it's Just for the Summer. Some version of Part of Your World has as an excerpt at the end. Okay, but it is a romance, and I am very excited to read it. Now, the only question is, I mean, I guess up to you guys if you want Just for the Summer Book of the Month hardcover edition, or if you want the paperback. But since I have this as a paperback, do I get the hardcover, or do I get the paperback version of Just for the Summer Abby Jimenez book, or does it really matter since it's a different series? That's the question, yeah. I do want to read this book. I do really want to read it. It is on, I think it's on my list of like 24 books I want to read in 2024. So, I do want to read it. That's really exciting. I feel stupid for thinking that dog was God for a second. I was like, that doesn't make any sense. I've been reading too many like romantasy books. Or fantasy in general. Okay. This one I haven't figured out yet. In the Puth. Let's just like read it through. Oh. Guys, I'm so stupid. In the photo, obviously. In the photos, someone had texted the title, the something, brick. Oh, the little brick house. In the photo, blank had texted the little brick house looked out of place? No. Looked out of time. Something time. Looked out of another time. Is this one a fantasy? Or like a magical book? I don't know what this guy's name is going to be. In the photo, oh, it's Andrew. In the photo, Andrew had texted the little brick house looked out of another time. Oh, a memoir. I never guessed memoir. I would have never guessed that. It did kind of feel, I was like, okay. I mean, it could have been magical, but it also very much sounded like either just like a plain fiction or, you know, something. But memoir checks out. Okay. The Wives by Simone Garindo. A haunting, beautiful written celebration of found sisterhood. A captivating memoir that tells the story of one woman's experience of joining a community of army wives after leaving her New York City job. A profoundly intimate look at marriage, friendship, and today's America. Okay. I'm a little more like hesitant on memoirs. I have Educated on my shelf, which is probably going to be the first memoir I read. I'm not opposed to reading this. I think it does sound interesting. I'm just more hesitant than reading fiction. Okay, so out of those, I'll probably go with the second one, honestly. All things considered, her little sister's funeral is a pretty boring affair. I'll probably do that one. I do want Just for the Summer. Like, I could get that one too, but I kind of want it in paperback, if I'm being honest. So exciting. Okay, we have sleuthed out what the next Book of the Month books are going to be. And, I mean, I would read all of these. Probably the romances first. I kind of wanted... I know this is just some of the April picks, so I really like the romantic. Like, when I see a romantasy on Book of the Month, it's like an instant buy. I'm like, yes, that one, please. Thank you. The closest one I have to, like, just a plain old romance is Butcher and Blackbird. But, like, is it really plain old romance? It's about serial killers. All things considered, her little sister's funeral is a pretty boring affair. That's what I'm excited to read. What books are you guys excited to read based off of those? I mean, I say book of the month predictions, but honestly, fairly certain those are the books that are going to be in next month's book of the month, in the April book of the month. I was kind of assuming those are going to be like the picks, but I don't know if they're going to be the add-ons. Anyways, which book are you guys most interested to read off of the April book of the month selection? Which one do you think you'll get? And if you're not interested in any of them, or you're overly just very excited or very disappointed by the April book of the month selection that we have seen so far, let me know down below. Anyways, that's all I got for today. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.